What do you need to know? June 2019. Stay tuned to find out. Hi guys, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Amy. I am a witch, a spiritual guide, and healer. Today I want to do a general what do you need to know coming up in June psychic reading. I'm going to be using 2 tarot decks and 1 oracle deck. So for those of you who have done this before, go ahead and skip ahead to the deck picking and watch from there. If you've never done a pick a card before, I'm going to explain how this works. I will be doing individual readings for 3 different decks. At the beginning of the reading, I want you to look at the 3 decks in the video and let your intuition guide you to the deck that you feel is the one that's meant for you. Now, like I said before, this is a general reading. It's not going to apply to everybody, but if you were drawn here and you're drawn to a particular deck, go ahead and check the timestamps in the description box below. Skip ahead to the deck that you chose. Let me know in the comments down below which deck you chose. I'd like to hear about that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video if you love it. Without further ado, let's get into the readings. Okay, folks, here we see our 3 decks for the day. This is deck number 1, this is deck number 2, and this is deck number 3. Take a moment, listen to your intuition, and decide which deck is the one for you, if any. The potential does exist that none of these decks are for you, or that this reading isn't for you. If it is, take a moment. Which one are you drawn to? Now, skip ahead to the timestamp associated with that deck, either 1, 2, or 3, and I will see you there. Deck 1. I'm going to do a basic 3-card spread. This card represents your past, probably in the last month or so. This card represents your current position and situation. And this card represents your future, probably sometime within the next 1 to 3 months. So we have the 4 of Cups in the past position. The 4 of Cups, well, first of all, cups represent water and emotion. As you can see, the girl is huddled here below this tree. There are 3 overflowing cups, which signifies abundance, either emotional abundance, creative abundance, but she isn't reaching for them. And then out here, there's an entity or a goblin who has the 4th cup and is in jubilation for having received this cup, whether he stole it from the girl or he found it or it was given to him. Her set is not complete. And instead of being thankful, she's in a place of not being thankful for what she does have. The emotional wisdom that is already available to her, she's not reaching for it. She isn't utilizing it. Instead, she's focusing on her loss, whether this is something that she perceives someone has taken from her or done to her, or whether she's given it away willingly. Either way, she is more focused on the despair of having lost something rather than focusing on the blessing of receiving or being able to maintain what she already has. She isn't seeing the gift that she has. This is the Two of Swords. This card is really interesting. It insinuates a female warlord, somebody who has been through a lot and will continue to go through a lot, and who will do whatever it takes to come out on the other side. As you can see, she has her ravens, she has an eye missing, but she is the victor. Meanwhile, the world is coming apart around her. There is destruction and death all around. Maybe not literal destruction and death, but essentially she has decided that, well, hello, thank you. She has decided that the ends always justify the means, and whether she believes she has a righteous cause or not, is charging forward and claiming what she believes is hers by right, no matter what. The third card is the future card. It is the Five of Cups. Interesting. The Five of Cups here signifies someone who has everything that they could possibly want or need, and yet they still feel empty, they still feel unfulfilled. Whether it's because they're keeping track, maybe you received a gift or a bonus from work, or you had so much of a certain emotion that you were able to give, and you are counting down the amount as it is taken away from you, as you use it as a resource you no longer have. And it seems that no matter how much you have or how much you give away, it isn't satisfying. Perhaps you're not seeing the return from your emotional investment that you expected to see. Perhaps you're emotionally invested in something that is not healthy or worthwhile, or you're too focused on the end and not the actual act of love or the emotional investment itself. And so what you're seeing here is someone who really does have everything that they want or need, but isn't able to receive it or walk in the joy inherent with receiving it. So again, in your past position, there's the Four of Cups. In the present position, the Two of Swords. And in the future position, the Five of Cups. Deck 2. I'm going to do a basic 3-card spread with this deck. This is the past position, which is sometime in the last month or so, roughly. The last month to 3. Yes. Thank you. Lilith always wants to help me. This is your present situation or current position. Thank you, sweetheart. This is your future, possible future, potential future, sometime the next month, probably. In the first position, we have the Plumed Horse, which is a card of transformation. This card signifies something in your life, it signifies change, but it's not just change. It's like the gosling into the goose. It's majestic change. It might be hard, it might be difficult, it might be dirty, but the transformation has begun. It cannot be stopped and should be embraced. Whatever is transforming in your life right now, whether it is personal to you, whether it's a relationship, whether it's related to your career, whatever it is, you're no longer just a horse. You're now a beautiful show pony, or you're on your way to becoming a beautiful show pony. And it might be a lot of work, but it is well worth the effort. Your current position, you have the Pearl, which is a card of emergence. This signifies that you are or are about to come out of your previous or recent struggle, trauma, transformation, and will emerge new, shiny, priceless. This is a card that signifies that everything you're going through, have gone through, worked for, all of that work that you've been doing is worthwhile because you're coming out as someone who is one of a kind, whether it's you personally, your relationship, something to do with your career. It will emerge as a one-of-a-kind, priceless artifact that is special and unique only to you. In the future, we have the Wizard, which is a card of providence. This card signifies that your prayers are answered, your divine guidance is present. Ask your intuition, ask your guides, whatever it is that you've been needing, that you've been asking about, that you've been searching for throughout your journey. Your questions are being answered and you are being provided for. So again, this is deck number 2. This is the past card, which is the plumed horse. The current position or situation, which is the Pearl. And the future, potential future, which is the Wizard. Deck number 3. I suppose this one wasn't done yet. I'm going to do a basic 3-card spread. The first card is your recent past, probably sometime in the last 1 to 3 months. The middle card is your current position or situation. And the third card is the future card, which is probably sometime in the next month or so. And again, it's your potential future. It's your future based on this reading and where you are currently in your life. The first card is the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is an interesting one because it speaks of dreams, either dreams in your current reality or dreams that you have when you go to sleep at night. It could be any part of your life, and it's a good card. It's a happy card. It definitely signifies that following your dreams brings fruit, but it also has a warning, and that is to not get too tangled up in the psychedelics. I don't mean drugs. I mean all of the comings and goings. Excuse you. All of the comings and goings, all of the trappings, all of the ins and outs of your dream, making your dream a reality. Hello. There's so many colors and so many lights and so many paths you can pick. Don't get caught up in the stress of it all. Instead, realize that as long as you're not hurting anyone, all of your choices are correct. Everything that you want to do, everything you see as a potential path or potential growth is correct. You can't make a wrong decision as long as you are following your heart, as long as you're following your intuition and following your dream. The second card, your current position or situation, is the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups indicates that you have a decision to make. The sun and the moon indicate that your paths, there might be one that looks like it's obvious, like it's the one that you should go down or the one you've been planning to go down or the one other people expect you to go down, but there is just one little piece of you that isn't emotionally there. Maybe it's not even a little piece, maybe it's a lot. Everything is lined up for this, but it still doesn't feel right. And so the question is, are you going to follow your heart and follow your intuition and take the less traveled path? Or are you going to settle for a good life, but not the one you feel in your heart is correct for you, the one that is the one that impassions you. The third card, your future, is the moon. So this is interesting because the moon suggests that as of right now, only good can come from making your own decision and traveling the path that you feel passionate about. The moon is glorious and bright and lights our way in uncertain times. And so no matter if you're going through a forest, no matter if you're not sure you made the right decision, no matter if you feel like what you're doing right now is crazy and off the beaten path and not worth it and a waste of time, you can always look up to the moon and she will give you her light and her guidance and her reassurance that every step you take is worthwhile and that you will come out of the woods. So again, your recent past is the Wheel of Fortune. Your current position or present state is the Seven of Cups. And your possible near future is the moon. Hey guys, thank you so much for hanging in there. I hope that your reading was useful to you. These are channeled messages that I put a lot of effort into, and I would love to hear what you thought about the deck that you chose. As always, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you want more content like this, consider supporting me on Patreon. New patrons will receive a free tarot or oracle reading from me, as well as access to the Patreon community, input on future videos, and a video shout out as well. So go ahead and check that out. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. Have a beautiful day.